Hey everyone, welcome to Learn to Write Sci-Fi. All right, so hopefully, if you've been following through our plethora of videos that we've released in the last 2 weeks, you have been working on your plot, your outline, your main character, your antagonist, and you're just finally starting to pull all these pieces together. So now you're probably getting anxious to start writing. All right, now we can get into formatting of your document, which I use Microsoft Word. All right, so in Microsoft Word, I personally like to already have mine formatted for print. By that I mean I don't want to use the standard format that Microsoft Word provides. The reason being, and I'll show you here, I have this product, Revelations, which is the sci-fi universe that I'm creating. It's my own original thing. So what this is a product called Discovery. This is an anthology of 6 different short stories I wrote that I have printed or have a paperback option available on Amazon or Kindle. So for the paperback, I wanted to make sure when I was writing, I already had everything formatted so that way I could just put the different pieces together, make sure the editing and everything was good, but then it would already be ready basically to just create a new product. So that was something that I wanted to go ahead and do, and I advise that everybody else does it that way just because it'll already free you up for that later. So in Microsoft Word, in the version that I have, you click Layout at the top, then you're going to click Page Setup. Now, we'll just look at the margins real quick. Everything is 1 inch as standard. All right, that'll be important for later, but for right now, everything is 1 inch. For the paper, this is telling Microsoft Word how large the paper is when it comes out of the printer. So we're telling it right now as the standard, it is 8.5 by 11 inches. That is the standard paper that would come out of your printer. Okay? We don't want that for a book. So in here, which is my Discovery file, same thing, page setup, I changed it to 5.25 by 8 inches. When you go to actually print something from Amazon, they already have pre-designed sizes. So, I got everything formatted to match that. This was the size of book that I wanted to print. And, so it'll be exactly 5.25 by 8 inches tall. Okay? The margins I still kept as 1 inch. The thing is once I actually had the printed copy, I felt like it would have been better to have them adjusted, just as a bit of transparency from trial and error of being in business. It didn't look bad. I'm happy with it still at 1 inches, but I felt like it could be better. So now in a different product that I'm working on, which is Sell Your Product on Facebook, that's the working title right now, I have decided to change the margins for the top and the bottom. As you can see here, 0.75 inches. And then for the left and the right, I've changed it to 0.5 inches. I think this minor difference will fill the page a little bit more if this book were ever to be printed. I'm probably never going to have it printed. It's going to stay as digital. But I'm just trying to keep myself in a good habit of already having things set up and formatted for print if I ever wanted to. Plus, in my opinion, when you're on Kindle, I think, I could be wrong. This might sound stupid. I think it'll look better if it's already formatted properly. I think it fits better on the page. And if I ever made this into a PDF, it'll also be easier on mobile. That's, again, just a personal preference, personal belief. You can believe whatever you want. But, just to show you, the paper is still at 5.25 and 8 inches. All right. So now when you get to the actual meat and potatoes of the book, just to show you real quick of how I do it, this is just like a generic legal page. I took care of that there. We'll just keep scrolling down to where there's actually some of the first story. Okay, so I do go to home so you can see. I personally, I either use Calibri, however you say it, up here, or I use Garamond. I think those two are appealing to the eye. I went with Calibri with this one. I use size 12. Some people might use size 11. You don't really want to go any larger than 12 because then it starts getting really big on the page, and then it's kind of like filling up space. But what I do for the headline or the title of my short story, I do it at bold, size 24. This little information here, I did like basically cycle in Revelations means year. The prefixture just kind of tells the people where the territory is, the planet name, and then where on the planet they are. And then when you actually start writing, what I do is I just hit the tab button, move it over, start writing, and it should keep it that way for the rest of the story. So you shouldn't have to keep tabbing back and forth. If you do, maybe check some of your settings. It should stay the same through the rest of your writing. But that's basically all I do for the formatting. I mean, I try to keep it the same. And in fact, I actually figured out a really neat trick that you could do. It's not groundbreaking or anything, but what you can do is every time you go to start a new book, you can just click File and then Save As, and you can resave this project that you're working on as a different title, delete all the old content, or replace it with the new content that you're writing, and that way you don't have to reformat the page every time. So actually, I pretty much kept the same file now since my first short story. I made some modifications along the way, but I mean, I pretty much have stayed the same formatting, and it's helped me to not have to set it up. I just click, Save As, change the information, but I don't have to really deal with the formatting. But as you see, it's not a big deal. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Learn to Write Sci-Fi. If you have any questions, please leave those down in the comment section. If you would like to follow us on Facebook, it is Learn to Write Sci-Fi. You can like our page there, or on YouTube, it is White Light Media. Thank you guys very much, and we got some awesome content still on the way, and I will talk to you guys all again tomorrow.